am a couple of minutes late today, rushing around. I've been around the country, avoiding fires, chasing nephews, all so close to each other. Part of me is I'm trying to get everything set up for this. So, let's see if this will work for me. Is this working? Come on. I don't know if I can get this going. There we are. Okay. Just need the link. Ooh, boo, boo, boo. Yeah, went to church today. I was like a couple minutes late, an hour later than normal. Babysitting right now for my sister because she is out on her 11-year anniversary with my brother-in-law. So, you imagine 3 small kids. I am not used to chasing them around. So, let me get this going. Paste. Okay, so it should be popping up on Watch Me Work. In the meantime, let's let you guys know on Facebook. I will not be posting on Instagram because I really am doing a fundraiser for the people who are being affected in the fires of Northern California, and I want the link to that to be in my profile and not my live stream. So, this will be probably pretty good for me. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Okay, 11:07, share now. And there we are. First off, looks like I'm paired. I love butterflies. When in doubt, why not paint a butterfly? Right. It's on my screen. You might hear my nephews playing outside the door. Got home from church and had to make a beeline to be up here. Don't worry, they're not alone. But yeah, I think this is gonna be good. I think I felt a little overwhelmed this morning, so drawing is always good to get those nerves out. A week ago I was driving through Northern California and right after we'd driven through the mountains, there was a fire that started, and now it's encroaching on my old hometown. Half of the town is currently burning in the car fire right now. So I think there's a lot of underlying emotional exhaustion that I have that I'm not fully aware of at the moment. I'm just really thankful though, because the reason I went out on that trip was to see family and also get the last of my belongings that were in a storage unit in that town. And as soon as I leave there, the town is threatened with fire. I'm like, oh my goodness, I could have lost all of these different paintings and my keyboard and my guitar if I hadn't done this trip. trip when I planned on it. I'm just so thankful that that's how it, like, I was able to get my stuff. And I'm currently trying to auction off one of the paintings from the storage unit that I had done a few years ago, maybe last year. It's a painting of the Sacramento River and the sunset there. That is not what I want. Overlooking the Sacramento River and the beautiful sunset that we always had there. But currently the place that painting was inspired from is all on fire and destroyed. And so I really want to auction off this painting. It's like a silent auction right now. And then give all the proceeds towards the disaster relief teams that are in that town. There you are. Working with the people there and with the firefighters and everything. Just help where I can. I don't have much money, but what I do have is art, which some people will have money to get. So, maybe I'll hop over to my photos real quick and show you guys if you're interested. Make a wish. Let me see if I can bring it up. So this painting right here, this is a 24 by 36 acrylic painting on canvas. I'm doing a silent auction starting off at $200. You'll get this painting and all of that money will go directly towards disaster relief in the Carr fire. So just private message me and we're going to just do this silent auction, and whoever offers the most amount of money will receive the painting. And we'll be able to help these people. So I'm just going to go back, though, and drag this back over here. I love this. This is one of the best parts. Procreate. My iCloud is not updated in an eternity. I have not been home. Like, even now, I'm not home. Like, I had one night actually sleeping in my bed. Even then, that wasn't a normal night. My life has been turned all the way around. I love it though. A couple of weeks ago, I met a fantastic man, and we started dating, and it's been so fun. Yeah, I'm really enjoying getting to know him and building a relationship with him. It's been great. So, there we are. My life is exciting. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of these plant colors. I think I was thinking of not making it look like a potted plant, but I've changed my mind. It is a potted plant, so why would I do that to myself? Just kind of blur out what's in the background, though. Just kind of keep it a low depth of field. Keeping it fairly loose today just because of all that's going on as well, and why not? It's always good to keep things loose. always a lot more creativity comes out that way. I might make this brown color. Man, I'm hungry. I got a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. And I also got my birthday coffee for free. Thank you, Dunkin'. Yay. Okay, we got some of the base colors down. I doubt you'll want to hear me chewing, so I will not take another bite for a little bit. Do any of you guys know people affected by these fires? Like, it's honestly the number one thing on my mind. All my friends that are potentially losing everything. It's scary. Because that's my other home. I know I just got all my stuff from it, but it's like my home away from home. If I ever am lost, I think I can go back there and we'll find myself at home there. And so it's a little scary. But I'm just praying, and I trust God that He's going to just redeem the whole situation. Now this butterfly, oh my goodness. I forgot about this for a second. But I was getting ready to go on my first date with my boyfriend. And I was so nervous. And just praying and talking to God, and all of a sudden this butterfly just lands on the flowers outside my window, and I just run out and go take a look at it, and it's just there. And butterflies kind of mean something special to me, so it just kind of felt like a way of God being like, hey, it's okay, just be you, don't be nervous, it's gonna be good, got you. So I appreciated that. You know, butterflies are so sweet, little stubborn little animals. Gotta love them. My sister used to be like a butterfly housekeeper. That place is evacuated now because of the fires. All the animals are gone from there. It's not good for them to be near that air. My goodness. The only reason I'm not drawing the Sacramento Valley is I believe I did that like not too long ago. And I've already done that view so many times. So there we are. And I had like 2 seconds to decide what to draw. What a cute little butterfly. Let's see here. Are you better there? Yep. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get some of these lighter tones right in here. Sculpt that out. Grab some of these darker tones and add more of an edge to this flower, because it is the flower in focus, so we're going to want that to be defined. We don't want to be fluffy with what's important. Again, grabbing some of that more vibrant hues to find that edge. We'll come in again and sculpt it out a little bit more. And for those of you who were looking for me last week, I am so sorry. I was driving through the mountains and really trying to get a signal for a live stream, but there's no, I don't know what I was thinking. There's no signal out in those mountains. And it's just so surreal because those mountains are all covered in flames right now. All of them. Like, all those trees are gone. I think I'm still just in shock from it all. I mean, I've dealt with fires before, but they've never actually reached the town I lived in. It was always a couple towns over. Like the first year I moved there, I believe Chico was affected, but that was far enough away to not really affect me. And I mean, we've always had smoke, but the fire never reached the city like it has now while I lived there, you know. Just get these little dots right there. These little dots make it look like a little leaf with holes in it or something. It's so cool. Do-do-do. Just checking in on the website, making sure everything's still going. Oops. Let's grab you. Before I actually define more of this foreground stuff, I want to go back into the background. Kind of blur out some of that stuff. Make that more of a yellowish warm color. I still want that texture though, so I'm gonna go back to this. It's not a photograph. If I wanted it to be a photograph, then I would just use the photograph that I took. And that's what I need to keep reminding myself. I'm like, it doesn't look exactly like the photo. But I'm like, okay, but grab the essence of what you're creating instead. And that helps so much. Just erasing a little bit of what I've done right there. I'm gonna mellow out this color, mute it a little bit. Blend that out into the background. Let's bring that over more into the yellows to make it even darker. That's gonna shade a little bit more. The other bits right here. So I'm thinking about putting a pause to these live streams just because my personal is changing so much right now. There's a lot of things that I'm having to deal with. So is this something that you guys look forward to week after week? Would you like me to just continue posting how-tos and my processes? Because I already do post like time lapses of my creative process. And something I do appreciate about this set aside time on Sundays is that I have been creating consistently, at least like once a week. I've created something and you guys been able to see it. However, I don't know how many people are actually tuning into the live streams. And I want to maximize my time and create content that is actually enjoyed by you guys, and I enjoy doing, which I do enjoy sharing my process, but I realize I want to be able to work on some bigger projects, and I want to devote more of my attention on Sundays to family and other close relationships, and not rush off and hide into the bedroom away from everybody. Yeah, so just let me know what you guys think. Okay, we're getting closer. Just gonna warm up these colors right here because this is a glass table, so that warmth from that fence in the background right there is going to come through. Again, keeping it pretty blurry in the background. I'm gonna pull some of these purples, mute them a little bit more, pull them in here. This purple is a reoccurring color. My mom's such a champ. I'm gonna have these little specks of light being reflected off the table. Oh, I want more of this donut. That's so much better. I need to customize my brushes so much more than I already have. Something I really need to put some active time and thought into. Just because this program is so customizable, and I feel like I'm missing out on so many different features that I could be using if I didn't customize my brushes more. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of still keeping it a little blurry, but adding in a little bit more detail so it's not just a green blob in the background. And there's some of these shriveled up blooms over here. I do believe this plant is now dead. I don't really know. It's not my plant. I'm not the best at caring for plants, but I've always wanted to be because my grandmother owned like a greenhouse while I was growing up, kid. I remember I would plant seeds. She would take care of the plants, and then the fruit that would come off of the plants, she would give me credit. She's like, wow, look, your plant's amazing. Look at these cucumbers. But didn't really do anything. Well, the genius was her. I don't know if you guys can hear the kids downstairs. They are ready for their parents to be home. Let's make that one. It's such a good thing that this time around I actually have a coffee with me. I wonder if I should go up there and offer to help. Goodness. I'm gonna mute this one a little bit more. Not mute, but darken it, I guess. Because I did add some vibrancy to that. And again, these have 3D physical shapes to them. They're not just flat leaves. And it's important to give them that dimension as you're working with them. I'm really confused as to what are these petunias? What their leaves are doing. It's important to figure out as you're working with them. Let's see, you little dude. I feel like your body comes down a little bit further. My mom's not alone downstairs either, so. Okay, they don't need my help. I just texted my little sister. I was like, hey, do you guys need my help down there? And she's like, no. I don't know what's happening. But anyways. At least I can finish this for you guys. Oh, kiddos. Man, I'm hungry. Recently watched the new Incredibles, which was pretty good. Obviously, no spoilers. This is a no spoiler zone. But it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the original, but they're the same characters. They handled them very well. Like, it wasn't anything where I'm like, they wouldn't do that. What on earth are they thinking? Like, it wasn't like that. They handled the characters fairly well. It was a little predictable, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Do you ever realize how much of, like, a complementary color is hidden amongst the actual color that you're seeing? I suppose it would be why it would appear brown and not any other color. Makes sense now that I say that out loud, but it's interesting. There's so much red on this butterfly. Sculpt you out a little bit more. Sharpen those legs. Let's see if I can add a little bit more of that reddish hue Was that helpful? Yeah, that's good. I always like to check, make sure I'm making progress. It's like a sculpture, you know? It just refines itself as you go. Bring here. What am I working with? Let's do this. I love kids. I would highly encourage any of you single people, if you're married, friends, need babysitters, help them out. Let them have their time. So that way when they're with their kids, they have energy and patience. There we are, some of the sunlight kind of coming through those leaves and lights it up like a little soft light bulb, you know? Finding these. Okay, so I think we've got some good texture here. Again, let's grab from here. Let's make that so much more white. Just add kind of that dimpled, speckled look, this texture to these tables. Anybody who's had these tables knows what I mean. The sun just likes to reflect right into your eyes off of it. My goodness. It was great, like, coming back into the humidity after being in California for only like a week, and it's like 111 in the town that's blazing on fire right now. But being in the humidity, I'm like thankful for it now. Like, we're not burning up. We're fine. We can survive in the humidity. I don't mind being sweaty. I don't mind. I'm just thankful I'm safe. Edge. What is needed here? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is not necessarily go exactly by the photo now. The eyes are a little bit everywhere. I mean, the photo's not even great framing, but what I'm going to do is come in through here, grab some of the warm colors, bring that way up here, and just really capture the attention with these highlights. So the antennae and these outlines. Doing basically when you have line art, when you do this by highlighting things, it's creating like a non-line art for the eyes to follow and be drawn to. And even doing that, like bring this more yellow, making it so highlighty that it just captures the eye and the eye knows where to go. Use color to direct the eye. It's so important because the eyes are what you're trying to direct when you do art. I'm going to do the same with the flower that it's on. I'm going to pull from the purple because I know it's not highlighted like this, but we need the eyes to be drawn here. Not overdoing it, because this is a shadowed part of the plant, but just enough for there to be contrast. Without contrast, we wouldn't see anything, and that is not good. So give that contrast, make sure that happens on your picture. Okay, yeah, let's define more of that flower. And another way you can do it is even up the saturation if you don't want to have it too white, which might even work better for this backlighting actually. There we are. So we just want to bring those eyes straight to this butterfly, because especially when your composition's pretty weird, this is one way to help aid the eyes to know where it needs to look. Obviously not overdoing it, because if you have everything saturated, again, what does that mean? There's no contrast, and you need to have that contrast to help aid and direct the eye. Just makes sense. So I'm going to take some of this and dull it out a little bit right here. Bring it back to the calligraphy pen. I'm going to just redraw some of these dying blooms right here, because it kind of acts as a contrast in and of itself too. There we are. Okay, wow, that's so much better. Look at that. Your eye is landing exactly where it needs to go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is grab my airbrush again, the soft one. Yeah, keep that saturation a little lower. I'm gonna grab some of these warm hues. That doesn't look warm. And just, again, kind of let the sun reflect off that table. And then let's grab some of these purpley. Oh, wait, some of this warm hue right here. Let that kind of bounce off onto your subject a little bit. And then these purpley hues, let's dull that down and put it where the shadow might be. And if you want to see, there we are. It feels a lot more alive there. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Sorry that I'm always all over the place. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Tschüss.